Perth just did a YouTube video about the mental struggle for being a BL actor. And I just want to respond to a number of things that he mentioned on the video. Hi, this is B and I'm your BL info content creator. Perth Nahkun just did a YouTube video. Perth, or as I often call him Stuart, which is his actual English name, just did a YouTube video about the mental challenges that he faces as a BL actor. If you don't know Perth, he has been in a number of Thai BL, including My Engineer, White Destiny, Cutie Pie, Kim Posh, and he is currently living in Japan and still talk quite a bit about Thai BL on his video. And he mentioned a number of things that I thought would be interesting to respond to. The first question, whether there are BL experts.
No expert. I don't know if there is a BL expert out there, but anyway, I ain't an expert, but I think I do have a pretty unique experience and can give you guys a unique.
BL as a topic of research has been done by many people for a long time, and of course in Japan where the terminology BL originated. And there are other notable, more recent researchers that I could name. One of them is Dr. Thomas, who is a researcher based in Sydney, Australia, and has done a number of research on boys' love and Asian pop. Or Doko, or supporting characters, who is based in Singapore and have done a number of research on literature, film, and minority studies. The second thing he talked about was about the social media influences.
When you want to kind of see how much you've grown or you want to like quantify your success via numbers, I guess kind of the first thing you go to is followers on social media, because I don't know if you guys know this, but your social media accounts have a huge impact on the jobs that you get, type of jobs, quality of jobs, and just the amount of jobs that come in. I would say back in the day, maybe like 5 to 6 years ago, maybe a little more, followers was like the biggest thing. If you just had heaps of followers, you would get heaps of jobs. Now it's become like more analytical. It's not just about followers anymore. It's about, you know, when you go on like Instagram and you check your insights, you know, like the amount of likes, how many accounts it's reached, how many interactions it got with your post and that kind of stuff. That stuff arguably matters more than just straight up amount of followers, because it ties into work as well. I know it sounds so stupid, but I guess this is like the world that we live in now.
And we know this was actually brought up by GMM TV. CEO Peter said in an interview that social media influences is more important for his artists than anything else. And as Perth pointed out, that's relating to things like trends and influences more than the number of followers you have on your social media. Now, the thing that's very different for him living in Japan is that Japan doesn't have the same culture. Not to say that influences is not important, but a lot of actors don't even have an official social media account. And if they do, they are very managed by the management company, and everything is calculated before they are released. The way that Japanese BL or GL are promoted is that they have a separate social media account altogether for that show, where they promote the actors, the story, and that's how it's being promoted, not by the individual actors themselves as much, but more of a centralized, purpose-built social media account. Now, the third thing that Perth talked about was about the shipping culture. This does not happen globally. Shipping culture is very, very much a Southeast Asian thing, particularly in the Philippines and Thailand, and it is not just for BL actors or GL actors, it is what they do in Thailand. And it's interesting when Perth talked about how a lot of fans are actually from Japan, and yes, they do fantasize these actors being a couple, and they absolutely do ship actors, but they also understand that that's just a shipping culture, and that they don't necessarily see that as a real life thing. And so, like all Japanese actors, once they completed that project, they may still be friends, they might still interact with each other, and they might still do things like say happy birthday, but they don't continue to promote their couple together because it's no longer necessary. They are more than happy to go off and do their own individual projects, and not come together again to promote. It doesn't mean they'll never come and work together again, and we know sometimes they may even do subsequent stories, such as Osan's Love did another one recently, and that was a big hit. And they could possibly come together and do a promo together. So if you watched What Did You Eat Yesterday, there is two actors in there, Hayato Isomura and Koji Yamamoto, who actually did an ad together for stock cubes. Their characters are not related to the series at all, and it's not at all portraying them as a couple, but it was the first time we really see actors who've done a BL came together and did an advertisement way after that show's over.
水お願いします。水入ります。いきますよ。いきますよ。こんなレシピは初めてだ。いっちゃいます。ここで新入りの登場。パスタキューブ。ポチャン。パスタの声を聞いて。これあれだな。何ですか。最高。
フライパンでまるっとグツグツパスタキューブ。
2回戦目はシェフ。そう。え？イートウェルリブウェル。
The ad was loved by everyone who loved the show, and it was very interesting to see Ajinomoto brought them back for an advertisement. So here's my little rant, and yes, there are a few things that are very different from BL actor in Thailand and for the rest of the world, and I think it was really interesting when Perth wanted to share that in his YouTube channel. And as he said, that's his experience, and he's not talking about anyone specifically. That is really interesting to hear it from his perspective about what it's like to be a Thai BL actor. Go watch this YouTube clip if you haven't done it already, and I'll see you again next time.